Hey everyone, this is Jared TurboDays here. Wanted to make this video. Need to recap the Broncos game against the Chiefs. They ended up winning 24-17. There's a lot of things that didn't go the way of the Broncos. I mean, the penalties were the biggest factor. 10 or 11 penalties at least during this game that shouldn't have been called. There was the one that really pissed me off was Quanterra Smith. He ended up having a neutral infraction. Ended up, what sucked was Alex Smith threw it to Talib, and he was able to go in for a pick six for a touchdown. But of course, it was waved off. Quanterra Smith knew it. He hit the ground. He hit with his fist on the ground, pissed off, which he should be. With that penalty that he had. So that really sucked. And then, I don't know, the stupid tuck rule thing. In my opinion, if you're swinging, if you have the ball in your hands and you're ready to throw it and it gets knocked out, that's a fumble in my opinion. This tuck rule crap and all this other shit with, I mean, when the quarterback goes like this, he has... in my opinion, anyone else is up for stripping it, whatever. He needs to know where the hell the person is behind him, if they're pass rushing against him or whatever. In my opinion, that should have been a fumble. That should have been our ball. DeMarcus Ware did a good job with that fumble. That should have ended the game, but it didn't. And then we had replays, instant replays. Some of them went our way, some of them didn't. Andy Reid had two challenges that he already used up before the first half. So then what's funny was the second half. There was a couple times where he could have had a chance to challenge a play, but he didn't have any left. So that was pretty crazy. The backup for Kansas City Chiefs, I think it's like Niall Davis. He did really good against us. For being a backup of Jamal Charles, he did an excellent job, and he showed up this game for him. So I thought since Jamal Charles was out, they would have, been a lot more easier to beat. But also, Fasano, for the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, he did a really good job as well. He got a couple really big catches that went down the field for him. Alex Smith played a pretty decent game, and I'm going to be honest about it. The Broncos had problems. Like Talib got nailed a couple times, or he was going for a play after, but he got screened, so he couldn't catch Fasano, the tight end, who ended up going down the field. I thought this game was going to get tied. And then here's another thing that kind of pissed me off. John Fox, I know it's you that calls timeouts. There was like about a minute left or so. Why did you had 3 timeouts and you didn't call the timeout? So if they do score a touchdown, we would maybe have about a minute to get down the field if we had to. But no, we don't use our 3 timeouts. And me and other Mile High Horsemen members are saying to ourselves, what the hell? Why aren't you using a timeout? I personally would have, it would have been great. But they didn't even do it, and they put a lot of pressure on the defense to get them on 4th and goal. I thought the Chiefs were going to score. No doubt about it. I was like 80% sure that they were going to score a touchdown because it was only like on the 3rd or 4th 4-yard line. So, so not just me, but many other Mile High Horsemen members were stressed. I'm like, what the hell, man? We're either giving it up to them or the refs are helping them out, and that sort of thing. It's like, jeez, man, just give them the touchdown so then we can get back and go down the field for a game-winning drive or whatever. Julius Thomas did really good. He got a touchdown very early this game. I thought he was going to get more, but it didn't happen. Demaryius Thomas actually did pretty good this game. I know he was not doing so well the first game with some drop balls, but did very well, in my opinion, this game. Emmanuel Sanders did pretty well. There was one play where he went down, he was on the ground, and I think the other guy, he thought that the other guy was just going to two-hand touch him, but instead he kind of hit him, and then the ball kind of came out. I thought, yeah, and then with the challenge, I thought since he was down on the ground, uh, he could have just two-hand touched him and that was it. But he ended up hitting Emmanuel Sanders, so there was a fumble, and Emmanuel Sanders should have held on to that ball a little longer, or just a little tighter. Monte Ball did a really good job. He had some nice runs. C.J. Anderson had some really nice runs also. He's looking like a really decent backup. Personally, I still want to see Jawan Thompson, who's like, I believe, third on the depth chart, or he's fourth on the depth chart behind Ronnie Hillman. I don't know where Ronnie Hillman sits because I haven't even seen him do any snaps. But right now, C.J. Anderson, who I wanted to see last year, step up, and he stepped up in preseason but was injured. He is stepping up, at least at the backup role of running back. So I'm really happy about that. This game could have went to Kansas City if it, it was close. It was very close. They did pretty darn good and I have always criticized them at how they can't. I was at Kelsey or whatever. He did really good for them as wide receiver. I've questioned the wide receiving core of the Kansas City Chiefs. I still kind of say that. It can't be just Dwayne Bowe all the time. It can't be just Jamal Charles all the time. You're gonna have to get some sort of supporting cast. Just like the Broncos, we have Demaryius Thomas. We have so many weapons. We have, Emmanuel Sanders, and then Wes Welker wasn't in this game, which I actually didn't mind. He needs to, even though he was reinstated back from the NFL's drug policy, he should be, he needs to rest anyway. So that 4 weeks of being, not playing actually might have done some good for him anyways. So he might sit out 4 games for all we know. This game was pretty interesting. The field goal kick for the Kansas City Chiefs was missed, which was really great because they went down like, was it 9 or 10 minutes? Like a 15 play drive or more. 19. I don't know if it was 19 play, but it was a long ass drive for like 10 minutes, and they didn't get even 3 points out of it. So that was really good. The defense again stepped up and won us the game at the very, very end at the goal line stance. And I haven't seen back-to-back games like that in a very long time, where the defense actually wins it for us, or the other team's pursuing a touchdown and it didn't go their way and it went our way. Brandon Roby, actually excellent. Freaking for a rookie, you're doing absolutely great. For a rookie, you're doing great. Keep up the good work. Brandon Roby, you're looking like an NFL player. And for your second game, I'm pretty happy that you've been selected as the first pick in the draft this year in the first round. So good, great for you. What else do I need to talk about? Special teams. Andre Caldwell went pretty far with the kick. I think him and Burse are pretty good at punt and kickoff returns. Don't ever put Welker ever again at that position, in my opinion. I think they're doing absolutely great. Andre Caldwell, keep doing your runs back. That's cool too. He got us in good field position. There were some pluses and there was definitely some minuses, and we got to go into week 3 against the Seattle Seahawks. I don't even know if we're gonna pull this one out. To be honest with you, if we pull it out, it'd be definitely one of the sweetest victories we've had in a long time in regular season. And they're going to be probably pissed since they lost to the San Diego Chargers. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that, because I really don't know if we're going to be able to win that game. I don't know if we can do it. We're going to have to. The Broncos, the team, is going to have to face their demons and take them on. I think this defense has gotten better. Some people disagree with me. I personally think it's gotten better. I'm glad we have T.J. Ward. I'm glad we have Talib, and so it's been great. It's been great. We're 2-0 so far. If the San Diego Chargers didn't win this today, we would have been 2 games already up out of 2 games in our division. So, and Kansas City's 0-2 right now, that's kind of strange to see, since they were 9-0 last year, which I thought was still a fluke, but that's besides the point. All right, I want to get into this topic. I lost fantasy football this week. My defense didn't show up for crap. Got a -1 from the Miami Dolphins, but then Mad Fanatic got 20 points on his, which that was pretty much the differential. His quarterback was out and they still won. That's what sucks about it, probably the most. One of my running backs only got a point, not even a point. And Calvin Johnson didn't do as good as I thought. I'm still keeping him on my team. Mike Wallace actually did the best out of my wide receiving core today. Actually, it was great that it didn't really matter if Tom Brady would have got more touchdowns besides just one and 129 yards today. I would have probably won this thing, but I would have lost either way because Matt Ryan only got like 13 points and he had like 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. And I was right to pick Tom Brady though because they smashed the Vikings like I expected. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say is I lost a bet with Mad Fanatic, the Mad Fanatic, and I want to talk to you about his album that's playing right now. I really think his albums have been pretty good. I personally, a lot of them are great. Don't get me wrong. I used to watch his stuff on YouTube quite a bit. His music videos, I still do. I watched his show, The Garage Den. That's actually a pretty good show. You guys can tune in. Just type The Mad Fanatic, no spaces whatsoever. Maybe I'll get a link below in the description box for you Bronco fans out there. He raps anything Broncos. If I would have won this week, we would have had a Mile High Horsemen song by him made up, but I lost fair and square. I had the opportunity to take him out and I didn't, or our team, the team I picked didn't do it. So just want to talk about his music. My favorite album right now is the Mile High Music. He just came out with a new album. You guys can go get it at themadfanatic.com. It's the Year of the Horse album. My favorite songs off there are the ones I bought. Is No Fly Zone. To me, that's a single for the album. I think it's absolutely awesome. Nice, a lot of energy involved with that that track. I got also the Higher song. I think that's pretty good. There's Dreams of Confetti, which is kind of like about losing the Super Bowl, and like Von Miller and his quote that he said about Dreams of Confetti. I think that's pretty cool. It's a pretty decent album. The only thing I gotta be critical on one thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Andrew, Mad Fanatic. Your songs, some of them are just a little too short. I wish they would be like 3 to 4 minutes long instead of 2 minutes or under 3 minutes. That's just my opinion, but besides that, you got some great songs. One of my favorites is Raider Week, which talks about the Raiders and how weak they are nowadays. They're 0-2 right now. Looking like they're going to be 0-3 when they play the Patriots next week. As well as No Matter What, talking about being a Denver Bronco fan, even though we lost against the Ravens in the playoffs 2 years ago, and then we lost in the Super Bowl, a blowout. We're still fans of the Denver Broncos no matter what. And I think that represents the Mile High Horsemen a hell of a lot. I'm still here as a Bronco fan. My passion has only gotten stronger for this team, and being the co-founder and co-lead horseman of the Mile High Horseman group, it's exactly what our group is all founded on, is being a Bronco fan even if we lose. I'm good with being critical and telling it like it is, and if we're sucking ass or if we're doing really well, I'm gonna be a fan of this Bronco team forever. Actually, I've thought about getting a tattoo. I might still do it in Denver when I go to the Denver Bronco game next month, October 19th. But the Mad Fanatic has some great songs. Another one I like is Bronco Gang, which we've used in our Mile High Horseman intros a year or so ago. If you guys look back on my previous videos, Corwin's previous videos, he's the one that made the intro up, and then you incorporated the Bronco Gang song into our Mile High Horseman intros, which I don't use right now this moment. I don't think Adrian hasn't made one up this year, but I don't really need to do it because we have our Mile High Horseman show that we do. And actually, I'm sorry I didn't put a review video up for the Colts game. I should talk about that a little bit. Luckily, Brandon Roby came up with a killer catch at the end to seal the victory for us. A rookie who, in my opinion, got shortchanged, taking on a veteran Pro Bowler wide receiver, and ended up winning the game for us. That's unbelievable for someone to do that. Their first NFL game. That was absolutely great. Julius Thomas, 3 touchdowns, had a heyday. I think he was tied with Ed McCaffrey, or him and Ed McCaffrey were the only ones to ever get 3 touchdowns in their season opener, which is great. A great group of a great person to be right next to. And he also was the first tight end to get 3 touchdowns for their team as a tight end, and the only other one besides him was Shannon Sharp. And last video I made, I compared Shannon Sharp in the Mile High Horseman show, I compared Shannon Sharp with Julius Thomas. They're pretty much alike, and right now Julius Thomas is looking like the best tight end in the NFL right now. So, but anyways, I'm digressing. Pick up the Mad Fanatics album, The Year of the Horse. It's on iTunes. You can search it there, or you can go to themadfanatic.com. So, anyways, Mile High Salute, go Broncos. Let's see if we can beat Seattle this next week. I'd be okay with 2-1 right now, but if we can go 3-0, and then we're gonna have a bye week after that, it'd be nice. I hate having the bye week this early. In my opinion, it's a little too early. I mean, it's probably the earliest you can pretty much get, like a 4th week in the schedule. But I guess since we're playing some pretty hard teams at first, it's gonna kind of be nice to have it early with taking on 3 playoff teams in 3 weeks. So, all right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.